Oh Sashiburi YouTube, it's been a minute since I graced the platform with my customary wit and mockney patois, so much so that there seems to be a growing number of doubters out there wondering if I still have the drive and motivation to scale the sheer face of the increasingly treacherous retro gaming mountain here on YouTube. But if they'd only take a closer look, they'd realise that it's my flag that's flapping from the summit. Yes folks, your old pal here at Consoletronix has been busy with other things of late, but has not forgotten his old trade, as I look to bring to you a soul-chilling, blood-curdling, funny-bone-fondling episode of Consoletronix, the retro gaming conduit by which the restless souls of video games long forgotten can channel their spirits to a whole new audience, searching for something of substance, having been starved of quality, quirky software in recent years. And today's stiff is actually one I'm revisiting, because in case you're not up to speed on your Consoletronix lore, Zombie Virus, aka Zombie vs Ambulance, was a game I looked at quite early on in my YouTube career, back when I was a fresh-faced, starry-eyed wee slip of a lad. So now, as a retro-geared grandee of the short-form video review format, have my thoughts or opinions changed in the intervening years? Nope, because Zombie Virus has always been a favourite of mine from that notorious Japanese budget studio Simple Series 2000 range, that despite releasing more than their fair share of dross in their time, would also bring to us katana-wielding, bikini-sporting, undead-filled hack-and-slash mayhem in Oni Chanbara, and another title that quickly outgrew its low-budget roots, and that's insectoid extermination extravaganza, Earth Defense Force. But while these two titles would spawn franchises of some renown, both in their native Japan and the increasingly harder to crack Western market, today our focus is on one of the many Simple Series titles that slipped through the cracks, and that's oddball, Crazy Taxi inspired Zombie Virus, which, like a large number of lower-end Japanese PS2 titles in the mid-noughties, received European localizations, admittedly with little fanfare, but no US release. But does that mean our cousins across the pond missed out on a true gem for no adequately explained reason, like with Terranigma? Well, that's going to depend on how much enjoyment you think you could derive from endlessly ploughing through massed hordes of shuffling coffin dodgers, because that's pretty much the main gist of the game. But if that's the case, why do I continuously bang on to any and all who listen that they need to check this game out? Well, remember the Crazy Taxi comparison I made a paragraph back? A game that just had you picking up fares and getting them where they wanted to go as quickly as possible? Remember how addictive it was to get to your destination with seconds to spare? Now take that simple, fun and immersive gameplay and add a literal life or death angle. You see, Sunlight City's citizenry are all dead, but continue to prance about all over the shop like the Rolling Stones, and it falls to you to stop them getting any satisfaction from eating the last survivor's brains, as the city's hospital is turned into a fortress from which you make sorties in your increasingly heavily armoured ambulance to find survivors. Regular men and women might provide some clues as to what's going on, police and army personnel can help defend your home base, and the more mechanics you rescue will give you the ever so important upgrades you need. But as you go further and further afield, you have to watch your passengers very closely. Not in case they do a runner, but because they could turn into zombies themselves, making every rescue attempt a race against time. And it's the implied threat of exploring a little further each time you enter a new area, amplified by your own imagination, that special secret ingredient to many of the best survival horrors that separates this low budget cheapie from the run-of-the-mill AAA so-called horror experiences out there. Sadly, like Simple Series stablemate Michigan, Zombie Virus's scariest aspect may in fact be the cost of acquiring a copy. So my name is Gray, you've been watching a much delayed episode of Consoletronix. I hope it was worth the wait, but you won't be left hanging so long again, as while you watch this I'll be busily beavering away, bringing you more content-rich retro shenanigans, including Transformers reviews and further installments in my old pop culture profiling series. So lots for you to look forward to in 2022. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, goodbye.